Good morning, YouTube. It's Barbara Jean. Um, I've already made a video today. This is my second one. This is this is again, I'm in a very strange mindset, so I'm really struggling to express some things that I want to say, but I'm going to try because unless I do, it's going to bother me until I do. Okay, what I want to talk about is something that I was listening to yesterday. Now, it's a program I have listened to regularly, and but the thing that I realized was it wasn't something um, unusual. Express myself here. What I was hearing was bothering me. Um, this program was a news program. It was, a person who was giving the news, and that's a great service, and I appreciated it. That's why I listened to it. But this person on this news program was uh, busy condemning everybody who was listening to him, which was disturbing me. Most people who listen to news programs, especially Christian news programs, are looking for truth. They want the truth. They are people who are seekers, and are probably Christian. Or if they're not Christian, they're looking for the truth. And this Christian person, man, was busy condemning everybody for listening, or not listening, but basically saying, "You people, you're not prepared. You people are not doing this, and you people are, you guys don't. You guys are this way and that way and this way and that way, and you people out there, the people don't listen. The people are full of don't want to know the truth. The people don't." And I started to get very irritated in my spirit, started to get very agitated because I was thinking to myself, this is what I hear all the time. It's like the preacher's preaching to the choir. You know, we know there's a hell. We know that there's condemnation. We know there's judgment for those who are outside of Jesus Christ. We know there is. But that's not the way Jesus spoke to people. He didn't speak to people in this condemning sort of way. He didn't judge people for seeking truth, for seeking answers. And I hear this all the time. I hear people they're constantly pointing their fingers at people who are listening to them. You people, you are bad, you are bad. And people go to churches and they hear their preachers doing the same thing. You people, and aren't we the sheep? Aren't we the ones in the fold? Aren't we the ones that have peace and security? And yet, the preachers out there, the teachers out there, are making everyone feel fearful that they are outside the fold. That somehow they've done something wrong for seeking truth, for seeking answers. Oh, I was very disturbed. I had to turn this person off, even though I listened to him regularly for a long time. I suddenly realized what was happening. This happens over and over again in the church, on the internet, anywhere you go. Preachers pointing their fingers at the sheep. And it produces fear. It's a mind control thing. And I don't think that most people even realize that that's what's going on. It's mind control. You people are bad. You people, you are wrong. You're not doing enough. You're not following enough. You're not doing more. God says you're supposed to do, blah, 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 blah. And and I thought, oh, this is not the way Jesus spoke. This is not the way Jesus teaches. This is not the way God talks to his sheep, his people, the ones that are in his fold. If you've accepted Jesus Christ in your life, in your heart, you're part of the peace and security, not the fear and the sinking sand. And yet the preachers are talking to the sheep like that's who they are. I mean, I go through the scriptures, especially the parts where Jesus is the one speaking. He doesn't speak that way to his people. You know, the people who went to seek him on the mountain, the Mount of Olives, or the Sermon on the Mount, wherever he was, he didn't point his fingers at it and say, "You people, you're wrong, you're bad, you're not doing enough." Listen to the way he speaks to us. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Wow, his first major sermon. Instead of saying, "You guys are bad," he's saying, "Blessed." These people who've come to him are searching for answers. They want peace. They want the truth. They want understanding. They want to be part of the fold. And Jesus is enveloping them. He's putting his arms around them and giving them truth and encouragement. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Wow. And on it goes down. You are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. Who is the light of the world? Those who are seeking truth. Those who want answers. And yet we've got preachers in the pulpit or on the internet, on YouTube or wherever, pointing their fingers at the sheep, condemning them and making them feel guilty for seeking answers and truth. God, when Jesus says something that should be corrected, he always tells them something needs to be corrected, but this is how you do it. For instance, you have heard that it was said to them of old, "Thou shalt not kill, and whoever shall kill shall be in danger of judgment. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whoever saith, Thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Therefore, if you bring a gift to the altar, and there remembereth thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there the gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come offer thy gift." So basically he's saying, here's a bad situation, but this is how you correct it. Okay? Nor is he pointing fingers at anybody here. He's just saying, if you have a problem, this is how you handle it. Okay? But he's not busy pointing his fingers at individuals or making people feel guilty for seeking truth. All through the scriptures, you hear the same thing. Only time Jesus ever points his fingers at anybody is at the scribes and Pharisees. Those religious people who are the ones that the sheep are following. Yeah, he points his fingers at them and says, "Woe to you!" He deliberately speaks to them. "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees! Woe to you!" But all through the scriptures, when Jesus speaks, he never says, "You are doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong." Even when he speaks to the rich young ruler, he didn't deliberately say to the rich young ruler, "You're doing this wrong." He's saying, "Here's a better way. Okay, you've got this right, but here's a better way. This is something else you can do to increase your faith. This is something else you can do." He's always giving solutions to things that they don't realize they have problems for. Okay? He's never pointed his finger. Even when he rebuked Peter, when he said, "Get behind me, Satan." Now, let me just read that scripture for you, actually. This is Matthew 16:21. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, "Be it far from thee, Lord. This shall not be unto thee." But he turned and said unto Peter, "Get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense unto me, for thou savorest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men." So here is Jesus rebuking Satan, not Peter, but Satan who was in Peter. He went right to the source of who he was going to go after. He loved Peter, but Satan in Peter was a hindrance. So he rebuked Satan who was in Peter. He didn't rebuke Peter. Think about it. Okay? That's deep. We have evil in us. Jesus isn't pointing his fingers at us and rebuking us. He's rebuking Satan in us. Even the woman who was caught in adultery, she was obviously wrong. She obviously did the wrong thing. But he didn't even then point his finger at the woman. He said, "Who's here to condemn you?" She says, "No one." "Well, neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." What I'm trying to say is we have too many teachers and preachers and scribes and Pharisees in the church to put fear, insecurity in the minds of the sheep by they're constantly pointing their fingers at the sheep. They're preaching to the choir. We are in the fold. We are in the fold. If you've accepted Jesus Christ, you are in peace, should be in peace and security for your salvation. And yet the scribes and Pharisees are in the church pointing their fingers at the sheep instead of teaching them a better way. Okay, this is teaching them the way Jesus spoke to the sheep, spoke to those who were seeking him, those who want the truth, in gentleness and encouragement. Yes, he didn't fiddle around with sin. He didn't say that this is okay, sin is okay. He never said that. What he said was, yes, this is a sin, not without pointing fingers. This is a sin, so here's how you correct it. This is how you overcome. Follow me. Do it as I do. Allow the truth of my word come into your spirit, and you will overcome. He wasn't pointing the fingers and saying, you people out there are not doing enough. You people are bad. You people never do what's right. You people. Well, anyway, I think I'm done ranting. I'm done ranting. I was disturbed by that. And I was listening to this person yesterday. I was disturbed. My mind was troubled. My soul was upset. And so now I'm going to let you know that I've got it, and now that I've gotten it out, I feel a lot better. I hope you understand that what I'm trying to do by telling you this is to beware of the scribes and Pharisees out there, those people who are pointing their fingers at the sheep. Jesus did not give us a spirit of condemnation. He did not say, okay, now that you're in the fold, let me condemn you for all the things you're doing wrong. He brings us into the fold and then teaches us how to overcome things that we've got wrong in our life, bad attitudes, things that we don't realize that we think. We've got our past to overcome. And Jesus, in his loving, beautiful, loving way, puts his loving, kind spirit around us, infiltrates our lives, and begins to reveal by pouring his truth into us, his love into us. It's his love that casts out our fear. He doesn't want us to live in fear. He wants us to live in peace. He wants us to live in hope. He wants us to live in love. But how can we love if we're constantly fearful? That we're not doing enough, that we're not good enough, that we're not this, that, or the other thing. Jesus loves us, and his truth is good enough. His work is good enough for all of us. Everything he has done, his life, the blood he shed, was enough for every last one of our problems. And the teachers and preachers out there should be pointing us to that. Instead of pointing their fingers at us, they should be pointing their fingers at Jesus and saying, follow him. He's got the answers. He's got the way. He's got the truth. He will set you free. Listen to what he says, how he says it, and what he says. He's the word. He's it. Stop pointing. I wish these people out there would stop pointing their fingers at the sheep and condemning them. You're not in condemnation anymore. If you're in Jesus Christ, you are no longer in condemnation. It doesn't mean that you've stopped learning or that God has finished with you. He has not. But that's not the point. The point is that Jesus is gentle and he's a good shepherd. And he will love you through every situation and everything you have to learn through this world. He's the author and finisher of your faith. And he will bring you through. And stop pointing your fingers at the sheep, people, and start showing Jesus Christ and living Jesus Christ. He loves us. He loves you. Anyway, I'm ranting some more. I'm trying not to rant. Anyway, dear God, have mercy on all of us. And those out there, I love you all. I do. I love listening to your videos. I am just learning how to turn off those people who are wolves in sheep's clothing, and I would encourage you all to do the same. If you start feeling condemned, turn it off. If you feel encouraged, continue to listen, okay? God bless you all.